when it comes to getting more willpower, just decide what you're going to do and cut off the rationalizing. Just don't let yourself rationalize. A lot of times that's really the issue, okay? We rationalize and it makes us leave room to fail, if that makes sense. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I don't have my coffee this morning. Well, it's not morning anymore. That's the thing. It's afternoon, so I'm recording this a little late. But I do have my water here. Next best thing, perhaps the best thing. Anyhow, so Sean McClendon, empowering you to look better, feel better, and to take full control of your health. So, you may have asked yourself if you're struggling with reaching your goals and whatnot for your health, you might have asked yourself before, like, why do I lack the willpower to do what I need to do? Or how do I get the willpower to do what I need to do? So, I just kind of want to maybe help you think about this a certain kind of way. So, I looked up the definition of willpower, and willpower, as defined by Merriam-Webster dictionary, is the ability to control one's own actions, emotions, or urges. Another definition is strong determination that allows one to do something difficult. Okay. So controlling yourself and being very determined. Now, in my experience, when it comes to willpower, as far as controlling yourself, I think that the issue is more so before the controlling of yourself, um depending on how you look at it. So here's what I mean. When it comes to losing weight, for example, I talk about this a lot because it's one of the things that most people are looking to do. Losing weight, as I've said before, conceptually is simple in that you have to increase your activity level, and then you also have to, most importantly, change your eating habits. That usually will involve stuff like eating less processed food, eating more real food, especially non-starchy vegetables, not eating as much of your complex or simple carbohydrates, just kind of emphasizing those nutrient dense, low calorie foods, um, getting better sleep, things like that. Now, for a lot of people, the issue is not knowing what to do, it's doing what you need to do. Okay. And so this is this is my experience. What I believe happens is you want the goal, but you don't resolve in yourself that you're going to do it. And from my experience, I'm most effective at doing what I need to do for my health when I've made a decision beforehand. Meaning, like, for example, one thing that I started doing more consistently this year is doing fasting. And so um I determined a while ago that doing this regular interval of fasting was something I was going to do. I told myself, Sean, you are going to do this. This is what you are doing now. Okay. And so once I told myself that beforehand, I already made my mind up. And so what happens is, well before that time comes again, I already know in my mind I'm not doing that. I already determined it. You're for real. You're not doing it. Period. And so then it becomes more of like a decision. It's like we learned binary code when I was in engineering school, where if something is on, it's a one. If it's off, it's a zero. So it's either one or zero. It's either on or off. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. Period. And so once you decide this is what you're going to do, that's what you're doing. Period. And so you literally leave no room for reasoning, rationalizing yourself out of it. Okay. That means so for example, if you are doing like you decide that you're going to juice every morning instead of eating like a sausage biscuit or something like that. Of course, you have to buy the materials and all that kind of stuff. But like literally, you already know there's going to come some point in time where there's going to be some sort of thought that tries to surface, like maybe you wait. But if you've made the decision beforehand, you already know whenever it's about to come, you're going to cut it off immediately. That's what it looks like. Okay. So some people say it's willpower. Some people say it's not willpower. I don't really know exactly how you define that. But I do know that you have to decide beforehand not only that you're going to do the stuff, but that you're not going to rationalize it. You're not going to make you're not going to leave any room for that. And so you already know what you're in for. You know what it's going to feel like whenever you're denying your flesh, whenever you're telling yourself, no, I'm not going to get that sausage biscuit. No, I'm not eating after 8 o'clock. You already know, but it's because you've already planned ahead. So I'm saying all that to say this. When it comes to having the willpower to do what you need to do, a lot of times you need to have already made a decision before you get to that thing. You need to decide beforehand, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to eat. I am getting up, period. And once you make that decision to do that, and in that decision, that means that you also are watching out for that rationalizing part of yourself, then that's it. Now it's just a matter of taking the actions, okay? I think it's really a matter of knowing yourself and knowing what you normally do and being honest with yourself about what you normally do and then deciding beforehand that you are going to get up to do the exercise. You are going to get rid of the sodas or you're going to pick up your water bottle and you're going to take that. You are going to do it. I recently noticed, somebody I know well, fellow entrepreneur embarking on a 5-day fast. And I love how he just kind of like, he said, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm doing it, and I admire that. And I believe that he kind of knows what it takes to just kind of go ahead and get stuff done. And he even announced it I guess, for the sake of perhaps some level of, to show his intent and even probably to hold himself accountable because he knows he's put it out there. And so, it's also a matter of kind of having integrity with yourself too. Okay. So when it comes to getting more willpower, just decide what you're going to do and cut off the rationalizing. I hope this helps. I hope this is more clear. But I want to hear from you, like what you think about this. But just don't let yourself rationalize. A lot of times that's really the issue. Okay, we rationalize, and it makes us leave room to fail. If that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Have a good one. If you like this content, you might also be interested in one of my books. Learn how you can take steps literally today to successfully manage, control, and overcome common issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and belly fat. It's all about putting power back in your hands to improve your own health. Get your book copy today by the links in the description or by visiting seanmcclennan.com/books. Also, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe and join my email list at seanmcclennan.com/subscribe.